Hey boys, what's going on? Ordinary here, and today's video is in NHL, but it's not a GM mode. What it is a world tournament, and lots of you guys have been asking for more NHL videos. Maybe to start a second GM, but the issue with that is NHL 14 is going to come out in a less than a month and a half, so that is not quite enough time to start and wrap up an entire new GM series as well as keep the other one going. So what I thought I'd do is start a new little series here where I actually play the games because there's not a lot to do otherwise in a tournament, and we can keep the other GM mode going, maybe 2 or 3 episodes a week depending on how many comments I'm getting. So I'll just run you guys really quick here through the rules. It's on Superstar. Everything is fairly basic. Rules, icing's on, penalties are on, everything is there. Frequency and fights in game, I guess that's all the way down. I'm just leaving it on whatever it started on. Aside from icing, it was on no touch icing. I turned it to just regular icing. And then playoffs and round robin and tournament structure stuff is all here. And we're going to advance, and we're going to substitute teams, and we're not going to do a national tournament. What we're going to do is there we go. We're going to do the DEL. I think that is the German league. I'm not sure. Deutschland Elite League maybe. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to be the Panther to go along with the GM mode, I guess. And hopefully I don't have to, oh, I do too, that's bullshit. I don't fucking go through here every time. Sick logo for the bear. Bad logo, not a bad logo, okay, they can be in. Substitute these guys as well. And if you guys want, here, I'll just cut all this out. I'll pick the teams with the coolest logos, and we'll skip. Okay, boys, we're back. I'll just run you through real quick. That's us. The Eisbären Berlin, the Hamburg Freezers, the Eiserlohn Roosters, the Krefeld Penguin, nice little penguin throwback there. Grizzly Adams Wolfsburg, Hanover Scorpions, and the Strobing Tigers. So those are the 8 teams in the tournament. We're going to be the Panther. This is a single Panther. Yeah, let's advance. How do I select a team then? I thought that's what. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're advancing now. Beginning the tournament. Yep. Okay, let's save it up. Okay, we're in. Let's take a look at our schedule. First game is up against the Rooster. Is it Roosters? These guys are the Roosters. Okay. Yeah, we've only been recording for about 5 minutes. I'm saying, actually, you know what? No, we're not going to play one. We're going to set our lines up. We're going to get everything going so we can, this will just be an intro video, and we'll play the first game in the next video. Now let's take a look at our. Oh, we got why is the 67th the best guy on our team? And he's on the 3rd line. Whitmore's moving right up. He's a sniper. He's gonna be killing it. I don't know this guy's first name. We're gonna figure that out as well. 64. Let's throw him on the right wing. Okay, this team is looking sharp as fuck. Our 4th line could use a little help. I wonder if we got any scratched players that could be thrown in here. We got a 60 on D, a 40 on left wing, a 43 on D, a 40, a 38. Okay, so we got a 60 on D that we could throw in for this Draxinger guy, which is what we are going to do. 60, two-way defender, putting him in. And Draxinger is now scratched. What about our goaltending situation? 69, that's very good. I think that's probably the best goalie in the league. D8, 61, 60. Okay, everything's looking fine in this situation. Unfortunately, K Helms is not a very good player. Let's make sure these D lines make sense. I don't know why we got our best D on the 6th pairing. We'll hit it up like that. Looks good. Dan Boyle? Really? Daryl Boyle. 25-year-old defensive stud. Okay, beautiful. Let's actually throw him. I want a more of an offensive first line. He's defensive as well, but what about Bakos? Michael Bakos, the two-way defender. Okay, so we're going to have an absolute shutdown second pairing here, and then what's Ross? Ross is two-way, and we got two-way. Boris is offensive D. Oh, it says right. Why am I doing this? It says right on the fucking thing. So we got offensive two-way on the 4th line. So who's this offensive guy? He should be on the power play here. Offensive D Forrest. Beautiful. We're going to actually bring him up here. And then Brown is going to get scratched. Or not scratched, but taken off. And where is that guy? Not Ross. Yeah, Ross. Ross is going to be. Let's actually go like that. Okay, beautiful. We're going to have to put Ross in here as well. Where are you, buddy? Why was he on the pairing? Like, oh, his defensive awareness isn't that good. His skating, that's why he's got, I'm not going to say such a high overall just because it is 63, but he is the best defenseman rating on our team, and it just seems like it's because of his shooting and skating, and his actual defensive play is kind of shitty. But it is what it is. I imagine he's better than the guy who was 56 that we scratched or whatever. Draxinger, yeah, I bet you he's better than him, so. Okay, and let's check our goalie stats out real quick. He's quite the reflexologist. He's good on the 5-hole, good with stick coverage and his angles, so his reflexes are actually decent, like I would say NHL backup quality. His puck control and athletic is where he's losing out. And injuries are turned on. I'm probably going to turn those off just because definitely don't have any depth on a DEL team. So let's do that really quick. Where the fuck is it? Is it here? Yeah. Rules. Injuries are off. Okay. And we're going to just take a quick look at what the other teams got going on. U-lines. Okay, so there's our first line, looking sharp. No, we can't look at actual players, but Berlin, they've got solids. Oh, they got a 66 on the second line there. They haven't brought him up. They got a 64 and 63 on the third line. Their line structure doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Look at that guy's last name on the 4th line. He's got one of them weird letters. One of them weird non-English letters. And on D, ooh, they have a weak D if Supis is making the squad at 44. I'm sure I could fucking play better than that. The Hamburg Freezers, they got a 65 on that second line, a 52 on the second line. It's looking like their 4th line is one of their strongest lines. Not sure how the DEL handles their line stuff like this, just because it doesn't make a ton of sense. They have a very solid D-core with 2 65s and a 62. Best one we've seen. Hanover, let's take a look at their offense. 64. Ooh, they have a weak offense. Defense, weak as well. They got a very good top 2, and then drops off from there. We haven't been checking out goaltending because I'm an idiot. So Hanover's got an average goalie. The Freezers don't have a very good goalie, and Berlin's got a decent goalie, not quite as good as ours. Okay, the Roosters, they got a decent goalie as well. Their offensive lineup it's decent. Their 4th line is quite shit. as we go through these teams, I'm liking the Panther more and more. 66, they have 166 D-man, and the rest, they got a 36 on the lineup. Yeah, they should give me a contract. How much do you think these guys make? Because I could go play third pairing defense for the Roosters, I'm sure. Krefeld Penguin, looking sharp. They got the best player in the 71. Some reason he's on the fourth line, but that is the best player I have seen yet. These guys are looking like our number one competition so far. 53 is their worst on D, which isn't very good. They don't have a solid D core, and their tending is the best as well. So they have 2 players in the 70s, and I've yet to see any other ones. Strobing Tigers, 61, 63, 56, 64. Top 2 lines are decent. Drops off slightly. I'm sure if they wanted to bring those 260s up, they would have probably one of the best top 2 lines in this tournament. Defense looking not the greatest. Another 47 in there. And goalie wise, 66, which is I guess that's average. Wolfsburg, the Grizzly Adams Wolfsburg, 66 goalie with one of the sweetest names I've ever seen. They're 64, 64. They got a 66. They've got a solid forward lineup. Yeah, I like that. On defense, they have 260s, although they're not playing any of them on the first line. Not a very good defensive core for Grizzly Adams, which is a fantastic name. And that is the last team. So we've gone through all the teams. I like how we stack up against some of these guys. Didn't know what it was going to be like, but it is looking decent. I'm liking our odds. If we were to sim, I'm sure we'd probably make the finals at least, especially because that Penguins team is in the other pool. So I think we'd be able to beat them. I don't think there's anything else I need to take a look at. Let's just make sure. Nope. Coaching options. Don't need to edit any lines. Don't need to give captaincy away. I'm going to be playing, so we might as well do strategy. Let's see. Our forward line 1. I guess we can do team strategies first. Forecheck. We're a solid team, so let's do the 1-2-2 aggressive. If you guys have played hockey before, basically what the 1-2-2 aggressive is the first guy in forces the play around the boards, and that's where your other teammates are going to go. So if you want to look at the diagram that's moving, the left winger is the first one in, and the center is the second guy in, and what they're doing is they're wrapping. It's kind of like herding a sheep, and they're pushing the puck and making the red guy make a mistake. In the neutral zone, 1-3-1 will leave. That's just your classic neutral zone trap. Pressure, let's do a little bit of offensive zone bias. Offensive pressure, defend the lead. No, standard. Defensive pressure, is there a standard for this? Normal. Defensive strategy, you don't want to do collapsing. Staggered is alright. Tight point, I like. Let's do staggered just because it's in between. With collapsing, you run the risk of basically losing all positional play, and it's all bad. So staggered's the best. We're gonna set up our forward line strategies. First line is our scoring line, so they're going to behind the net. That's like the Gretzky style. So a big emphasis on carrying the puck. A big emphasis on cycling the puck. Big emphasis on staying out there a little bit longer. And I guess this is for defensive zone right here. Let's block shots. Okay. Forward line 2. This is another scoring line, but they don't need to be behind the net because they don't have the finesse that our first line has. So an overload is a good strategy. They are going to carry the puck in as well. We're going to leave this right in the middle. Efficiency and energy. We're going to leave that also in the middle, and then we're going to block shots a little bit. Forward line 3, that's an energy line. They're going to crash the net. They're going to have an equal balance between carrying and dumping. They're going to shoot the puck, seeing as they're crashing the net. So high, maybe even up there. Efficiency and energy, it's an energy line. Don't block, block. Okay. Fourth forward line is another crash the net. Huge dump. Nah, I shouldn't have said that. Sounds a little bit gross, but they're going to be big on dumping, big on shooting, big on energy, and shot blocking. Defensive pairing, hold the line or pinch. What this means, guys, is when we're in the offensive zone, do you want your defenseman to, if the puck is, say, in between the hash marks and the blue line, do you want your defenseman to stay, hold the blue line, and hope he can keep it in when the defending team is coming out, or do you want him to see if he can win the foot race and poke it away or make a play with it? And for our first line, we're going to do pinch, and we're going to do cycling. For the second line, let's set it to be right in the middle of holding the line and pinching, but we're going to focus more on cycling because the second line is going to be out with our first and second lines, and we're going to want that cycle going on. Third pairing, let's try to hold the line a little bit more and get those shots in. With your third pairing, you're going to have your weaker players out, so the best chance of getting any goals is just firing them on net, and you want to play super defensively because you're not going to want to just have one guy back. You're going to play it safe with your weaker players out there. So I think there's nothing left to do. Injury report doesn't matter. Team reports doesn't matter. We won't be able to see the playoff tree just yet because it's not the playoffs. Yeah, that's going to be it. See, yeah, it's grayed out. So next episode we will take on the Roosters. If you guys want to see that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like this concept of a little tournament between some teams that never really seen before, be sure to like the video. And if you guys didn't like how I set up the lines, or you didn't like how I set up the strategies, or if I have something wrong, be sure to let me know in the comments. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.